Okay guys, we're back in the house. Sorry about that. We're back in, we're back in, we're back in. Hi again. Okay. Hi folks, how you doing? Let's just flip the screen and try this again, shall we? Oh, the woes and the joys of going live. Okay. There we are. There we are, there we are. Hi guys, is there anybody new that's at this scope with me this morning, with us? This is the Truth Tribe, coming at you live from sunny Cyprus. Yay! Hi darling, how are you? Please tell me your name again. Hey Quilton Woman, thank you for joining. Thanks Richard for being here. Thanks guys. So, good morning, good morning. We're talking about energetic protection, 7 facts that you should know. 7 facts that you should know. So, hey Ange, thanks darling. I'm just so rubbish with names, as I've mentioned before, and I'm just not good at remembering them. So, I really appreciate it if you type them in now and again. Hey Yvette, how you doing, my darling? So we're talking about energetic protection today, what we need to know about that. Some 7 facts for you right here today. I'm Helen Christodoulou. I'm an intuitive coach and mentor. I'm the founder of Fusion 7 Healing, which is a mystery school where people can come along and learn deep, esoteric and metaphysical formulas for themselves so that they can radically transform their own lives. And it is the processes of Fusion 7 Healing that allowed me to transform my own life, where I was suffering from multiple sclerosis. And so it's all good now, and so now I'm helping others with private sessions, but also through the Mystery School too. So that's me in a nut, plus the book, The Miracle Frequency, which is all about everything that I went through and what was achieved as a result of it. So now that we've got that done, just briefly mention also that if you would like to follow or share with your friends or your followers, thank you my darling, all we do is for iPhone is we swipe from right to left, for Android up and down, and it reveals the follow and share options. So thank you for inviting. I really do appreciate that, my darlings. That's great. So this is kind of a little bit of a follow-up. We talked about the metaphysics of Periscope yesterday, which is real interesting. So you might want to catch that on replay if you didn't. Hey, thanks for joining. Thanks everybody for coming along. Thanks for inviting Richard. Appreciate that. Tried to find your newsletter sign up but couldn't. Okay, so let's see if we can find the link for you. I'll put it up for you so that you can see it real shortly. Perhaps Eleanor can find it for us whilst we're chatting away here. If she doesn't, I'll put it on at the end of the broadcast. It's not going to be very long. It's going to be short and sweet. You're very welcome. I will put it up just after we finish our 7 facts about energy protection. Okay? So thanks for hanging in. So, we're going to start with the 7 facts because I know that we're all quite busy. Some of them we keep short, some of them a little bit lengthy. But this is just going to be about 15 minutes of this important information that I'd like to share with you and that you can implement into your own lives. So, here we go. Energetic protection, the 7 facts that you should know and perhaps should use. Okay. So the first fact that we need to know is that our energy field, hey Hepcat, thanks for joining, our energy field is naturally able to abort negative energy. So it's almost like an energetic immune system. We all actually have that, yeah? So we are all quite naturally able, hey Psychic Mink, thanks for joining, we're all naturally quite able to abort all kinds of negative energy that enters our electromagnetic field. However, there are many reasons why sometimes we can't or we don't, and that's what we're going to go through in the next facts. So the second fact that we should know about energetic protection is that stimulants annihilate or inhibit our energetic immunity. I'll say it again. Stimulants annihilate or inhibit our energetic immunity. What does that mean? So that basically means that if you're using substances of any kind, even if it's antibiotics, yeah, or if it's recreational drugs, or it could even be herbs in some instances, yeah, some medication that we might be taking, alcohol, other kinds of drugs that we know of, that can actually kill off, or it can lower the effectiveness of our ability to fend off negative energies. Eleanor, well, thank you so much. If you can do a screenshot of that, free report, Fusion 7 Healing.com, link for newsletter. Eleanor, well, perhaps you might want to put it up a couple of times so that people can see that if they want to sign up to the newsletter. Yeah, because they go so fast. See, she missed it, so if you can put it up again, I'd really appreciate it. My daughter is watching, so thank you. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad that she's watching. What's your daughter's name? Hi, Gindran. Thanks for joining. Not my precious caffeine. Well, it's not that bad. It's just basically anything that we do that kind of, if we're doing it abusively, let's say, or if we're doing it chronically, then this is how it's going to deteriorate your natural ability to be able to fend off negative energy and negative debris. Okay? So our third fact that we need to know about energetic protection is that if we have a belief in a higher power or belief in source, good morning, how are you today? So if we believe in a higher power, thanks Eleanor, thanks for repeating that through for us, my darling. That's if you want to sign up to the newsletter, folks. If we believe, fact number 3, in a higher power of self or source, good, I'm really glad to hear that, then that in itself is a kind of protection, okay? So you perhaps may be an atheist, you may be a Christian or a Muslim, it doesn't really matter what you are. I was christened, I was christened Christian Orthodox, but my belief system is more in the mechanics and functions of the universe, and it all actually corresponds and correlates, because a lot of religion, what they're actually saying and teaching is metaphysics and esoteric wisdoms. We're just not exposed to that, okay, in actual truth. And some religions and some, her name is Jasmine. Hi Jasmine, thanks for joining, my darling. So some aspects of religion, some aspects of spirituality have been twisted and misconstrued, and other parts of it are wonderful, like all approaches, okay? But what I'm actually saying is that if we do have a higher belief, good morning, how are you? Either in the self, juicy knowledge, either in the self or a higher power, then that in itself, Truth Tribe, is protection. It's a form of protection. Whereby if you are cut off from higher wisdom, if you are cut off from belief in yourself, if you are cut off from having faith in something, whether it be yourself or a higher wisdom, then automatically the amount of protection that you have, energetic protection, is automatically lowered. Isn't that really fascinating and really interesting? Guys, this is absolute truth. I've seen it time and again with clients and with students too, okay? So if you do not believe in a higher power, whether it be yourself or a universal truth of such, yes, absolutely, then your energetic immunity will be low or will be zero. So that's a real important fact there to contemplate on, yeah? So that is our third fact, I believe. Yes, it is. So we're going to move on to a fourth fact that we need to know about energetic protection. Listen to this one, guys. Okay. The highest, most profound form of energetic protection that there is love. Ta-da! Yeah. So we're not talking about kind of, oh, I really love you and I love my daughter and I love my son and I love my pet, though that is an aspect of it too. Yes, unconditional is an aspect of it, and also universal and cosmic. The reason I don't give too much emphasis on unconditional is that, this is my personal belief now, as a human race, I don't think, in general, not everybody, a lot of us have got it down, but a big percentage of us don't have it down. We don't really know how to exercise unconditional love. Or we do know what it is, we do feel it, but we don't put it into practice. And the reason for that is that this is a three-dimensional domain where bad stuff does happen, shit does go down, and so we need to put up healthy boundaries. And because of these boundaries that we need to put forth in our three-dimensional world, this can cause some interference with the vibration of unconditional love. I hope you understand what I'm saying here. It's kind of a deep, esoteric truth here that we're saying, okay? So a lot of us do know unconditional love. It is a part of us. It's what we are. But here on the 3D domain, it's very difficult to put into practice with everything and everybody, because we are dealing with, yes, you're very welcome, we deal with people and beings that violate us, okay? And so when we deal with people and beings and energies that violate us, we need to set up our healthy boundaries. And that's completely acceptable and completely allowed, even though in absolute truth we are unconditional love. Yes? And so, love, my friends, is one of the highest, most potent ways to protect yourself. So it's hard not to have conditions, absolutely. And you know what? Don't worry if you do. I have conditions, and I completely and honestly and openly admit to these conditions. I know at the most fundamental level I am unconditional love, and I will give that out however I know and can, but I do have conditions because of this three-dimensional reality that we live in, where there are the good guys and the bad guys, okay? And if we don't put up our protection, then we can be violated, okay? Or we can be taken advantage of, or we can be overlooked, or we can be misused, or we can be neglected. Do you guys know all of this stuff? I'm sure all of us have experienced it, yeah, in one way or another. So yes to unconditional love. You are zen out, my whole family. We need to hear this. Okay, my darling, that's, yeah, because I'm all for it, absolutely, and we are that. But we need to acknowledge and use it appropriately for being human, okay? And it's very, very important. But how is it the highest form of protection when we say love is the highest form of protection? Well, I'll let you know into a deep esoteric and metaphysical truth. In actual fact, my friends, love is a photonic frequency of light. It is light particles in a wave-like configuration, light frequency. So if we look at it from a scientific perspective, love is actually photonic particles of light frequency. That's what love is. We're looking at it from a sort of a clinical, scientific perspective, okay? That's what it is. It's been measured by science, and this is exactly what love is. And it is innate, and it flows throughout everything that is, from the 0 point of creation. Okay? So this, in truth, is what love is. And this, in truth, is the highest form of perspective. So you can, like, see or listen to that again, and the more that you do hear it and listen to it, the more you will understand it. The more that you come to these scopes, the scopes that I do, we'll be implementing some of these wisdoms so that you are able to receive it experientially, okay? To understand and feel what is. love photonic frequency particles flowing through your space, yeah? And to be able to implement that through your reality, through your experience and through your life. And so at this point, Truth Tribe, just by knowing that, you are increasing your energetic protection. Yes, like the hearts, exactly. So the hearts, my darling, absolute truth there, is showing the flow of love. Yeah, I'm showing my contribution of love towards you by sharing the wisdom that I know, that I have used to heal my life, that I have used to facilitate, to help heal my clients and my students. And we're sharing it here, okay? So you're sharing it when you show your hearts as you tap the screen and with your comments. And I'm sharing it, reciprocating with you, spiritual exchange. Absolutely. Thank you for sharing that, my darling. Beautiful words. And this is elevating your level of energetic protection, okay? Whereas, let's say, for example, you were to go into some internet site right now that was of a very low, dense frequency, sharing things that are dark and negative. Not that we should not know these things, but it can penetrate your space and you can accumulate energetic debris from doing that. So, our fourth fact about energetic protection is that love is our protection. Okay, love is our protection. So the fifth fact about energetic protection, Truth Tribe, is protection is compromised by beliefs, by programs, by conditions, perhaps by DNA or other times and places. So if you have certain beliefs, for example, and you're holding those beliefs steadfast about certain areas of your life, for example, give you a basic one, I've always been unhappy, I've always had bad luck, therefore I always will be an unlucky person, okay? So if you have that belief, you are lowering, okay, you are diminishing your energetic protection, your natural energetic protection immunity, okay? So that's an example of a belief. A program means a belief has become so set that it's become part of your hardware almost, yeah? It's software and becoming part of your hardware. Okay, so say this belief that you are, you're manifesting it, exactly. So if your belief is that you are unlucky, if your belief is that, you're always going to be unhappy and you've believed that for a very long time, you are then projecting it, you are then becoming a transducer of it. So you're bringing it in and you're also pushing it out, and that will lower your energetic protection. So it means that you are allowing more energetic debris that is negative to penetrate your electromagnetic field, your space, your body and your lives. Okay, so that's if it's a program. Conditioning, my friends, can also, they are, darling, they are truth bombs, absolutely, boom, loving it, we need to know this stuff. We need to get this stuff out there, So, ouch, right? So another way that our energetic protection is compromised is conditioning. And conditioning can be really subtle, folks, really, really subtle, Truth Tribe. For example, if you watch a lot of telly, a lot of television, radio stations that are bombarding you with propaganda and one-sided stuff so that they can manipulate you to believe whatever it is that they want to manipulate you to believe. And we'll be doing a lot of scopes about this collective conditioning in the future. Subliminal, beautiful, absolutely. It is subliminal conditioning. And because we are so easily programmed and conditioned, we need to be very aware of what it is that we listen to, what it is that we watch, and how it is that it is being absorbed and assimilated into our space. Okay? So turn off your tellies or only watch stuff that's upbeat and makes you feel good, or if it's not upbeat and makes you feel good, because we can't turn our backs away from what it is that's actually going on, Oh, thank you, my darling. You're so sweet. We need to be aware of what is going on. I'm not saying be ignorant. I am not saying ignore truth. I'm not saying turn your back on the atrocities of what's happening in this world. I am not saying that. We need to be aware of those things. We need to. But what I am saying is not allow ourselves to be manipulated by certain people, forces, certain tribes even, certain modalities. We really need to be on our tippy toes of what it is that's being put out there, and we need to be able to have a high level discernment of what this information is about. Is it information? Exactly. Speculation is just as evil. So is it speculation? Is it manipulation? What is it exactly? So increase your discernment of the kind of stimulation that you are being exposed to, because it will lower your natural energetic immunity, Truth Tribe. Okay? So we need to be very highly aware of that. So other things that can also diminish our natural protection is we may have brought stuff with us naturally. So perhaps from other times and places, from other lifetimes, from some karmic stuff, yeah? This may mean that you already have a lowered energetic immunity. And so in this case, this is where we might need to explore other times and places and past lives, and we'll be doing that this evening or tomorrow morning. I'm not going to promise, because I've got a really packed day of sessions today, so if I'm not too completely knackered, then we'll do it this evening. But if that's the case, then tomorrow, yes, regression. We're not actually going to do regression, but we are going to speak about what that means. So regression means to go back to other times and places, and progression means to go forward to other times and places. And these things are all relevant and living, what's the word I'm looking for? They are possibilities and probabilities that are all out there that we may have experienced, but we're going to go into that in our next scope, which will be this evening or tomorrow. Yeah, so am I. I'm looking forward to that one too. But back to our energetic protection. Our energetic protection immunity may be lowered because of these issues. So if we've brought forward with us some stuff from other times and places, then you may have a low energetic protection, your low energetic immunity. So here we're exploring where it comes from, okay? Now, our sixth energetic protection fact that we need to know is continual exposure to negative environments and people, which links on to what we were saying before. But this could also be on a more personal level. So perhaps where you live, yeah, environmental, your house or your flat where you live, there may be some negative energy there. This negative energy could be because of other people that have lived there. It could be because of the land. It could be because of ley lines, yeah. It could be because of demographically the area that you live in. It could be because of the energy, your own energy that you have spewed into your own environment. So if you have been through a lot of suffering and dark times, that energy could be lingering in your environment, and that could be coming back into your energetic space, like your own energetic space, and lowering your protection immunity. So you see, there's so many variables as to where it could be coming from. And I am going to tell you exactly why. I'm going to tell you exactly why these facts are important. Yeah, it is chilling, but this is one of those facts, my darling, that we do need to know, because if we don't know this, then we do things like smudging, or we do a little protection sphere, or we do all these little processes which are wonderful and they are helpful, absolutely. But what happens if we don't know where our energetic compromise is coming from? Then you will find that the energetic compromise will repeat. So I'm asking you now, have you had an experience whereby you've done some protection work, but you still keep finding that you need protection, or that you find that you feel weak energetically? Have you ever experienced that? Well, I for one have. Yes? Yeah, me too, okay? And there's also times where there is what I call disruption and interference. That happened on one of my scopes the other day, actually. And so I thought it was an energetic disruption. I was like, okay, so why did this happen? Where did this come from? Yeah. And this is something that has happened even with some of our classes, and Eleanor can vouch for that, Dando, yeah, whereby when you're putting out some really, really powerful truth, absolute truths, there are some beings out there that don't actually want that to happen. Okay, they don't want that to happen because it is weakening the energy of lower vibrational beings, entities, or people, whatever. So sometimes I do experience these disruptions, and I don't take it so. Yeah, it's a kind of sabotage. Thank you, my darling, and it's energetic sabotage. Okay. So that's what can happen, and so you work on releasing that energetic sabotage, okay? So these are really important things that we just need to be aware of. I'm not saying it to frighten you, Truth Tribe. I'm not saying it to make you think, oh my God, you know, this is what's going on with me. I just want to elevate you to a higher state of awareness, okay? So you understand why sometimes our energetic protection is low, okay? So what we need to do about this, my friends, is as I described in my own experience, is we need to investigate, be an energetic investigator, yeah? CSI energy, CSI metaphysics, CSI Fusion 7 healing, right? So that we can understand why is my energetic field being compromised. Yay, homework time. Guys, we need to do our homework. If we don't put the work in, then nothing's going to come out of it. It's just going to be information. It only becomes wisdom when you apply yourselves, okay? No application, no wisdom. It's just another scope. It's just another bit of information. It's just another class. It's just another healing session. You have to put in the work. Just as I put in the work, you need to put in the work, and that's how we get shit done. Yes or no? Gnosis, exactly. Gnosis, which is knowledge, okay? We want, because there's loads of information out there. There's loads of information out there, even on Periscope, right? But we don't just want information. We want the Gnosis, and when we apply it, the Gnosis becomes wisdom, yeah? Gnosis is wisdom, is Gnosis in action when you apply. So please go back, replay either here on Periscope or on catch.me/fusion7healing, where you can review some of this Gnosis that I put out so that you can apply, and then it becomes your very own wisdom. Okay, Truth Tribe? Are we together with that? So Eleanor, if you can put up again. Thank you, Helen. Jazz and I love this. You are welcome. You are welcome, my darling. I'm glad that you love it. And I'm so happy and thankful for you guys sharing and also following. You're very, very welcome tomorrow, my darling. You're very welcome. So that wraps up our Energetic Protection 7 facts. I would also really appreciate it if you did a follow on Twitter or on Sue. And also, if you dug out a like, I need to dig deep. Thank you, beautiful. I thank you too, beautiful. Digging deep is all that it's about. If you come over to Facebook, over there, I'm author page Helen Christodoulou, and I would really appreciate your likes over there also if you do Facebook. and I'm also on LinkedIn, which is the more kind of businessy one. Okay, so yeah, Eleanor just put up the catch page, and Eleanor, if you can just bang out one more time, thanks my darling, see you there, and I'll follow you there also. If you can bang out one more time the information for the newsletter for those that may have missed it, so that you can subscribe and get a beautiful video transmission there, and a beautiful free MP3 prize on there also, if you would like to do that. Thanks for joining. Going forward, you're going to have to replay because we're about to wrap it up. We're just waiting for Eleanor to put up that page for us, if she's still about. LOL, yeah. Hi my darling, thank you for joining. You've caught the end, so you're going to have to catch replay either here on Perry or catch.me at Fusion 7 Healing. Yay, was it a good one? Was it a good one? I'll have to get into that and have a look at it. Fantastic. When I've got time later, because I'm full on now. There's your free report, guys. Do a screenshot of that. Eleanor just put it up. And for now, that's all for me, all from me, Truth Tribe. Thank you for joining this beautiful transmission today, which was all about energetic protection, the 7 facts that you should know. So love you loads. May truth always be with you. Take care. Have a great morning, evening, lunchtime, wherever it is you're at on your time zone. Love you loads. May truth always be with you. I'll see you later this evening, or perhaps later tomorrow. Bye, my darling. Thanks for joining. Peace out. Hearts. Take care.